Hi there, this is Beth from the Sterling Public Library, here to talk to you about a couple more books from our young adult collection. The first one I want to talk to you about is this one. It's called Burn by Patrick Ness, and it's in the fantasy genre. This was published last summer, but it's new to us. We just got it. Here's the first line. On a cold Sunday evening in early 1957, the very day, in fact, that Dwight D. Eisenhower took the oath of office for the second time as President of the United States of America, Sarah Dewhurst waited with her father in the parking lot of the Chevron gas station for the dragon he'd hired to help on the farm. So this is an alternate history fantasy. 1957, Cold War and the space race between the USSR and the United States, and there are dragons. The dragons are typical dragons, what you'd expect, and they have a truce between men. Now these dragons they're not just wild animals, they actually are intelligent and they can talk, but they don't have very formal relationships between men. They pretty much leave each other alone. Well, at the same time that Sarah and her father are hiring this rogue dragon to work on their farm, there's a young man who's embarking on an assassination mission based on a dragon prophecy. So the story is really interesting. If you don't know anything about Patrick Ness, if you've never read anything by him, he writes some pretty odd things. He's got quite the imagination. And so this book, the storyline is really odd, but it's really interesting. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed the story. But things come to a head sort of right smack dab in the middle of this book, and then bam. I won't tell you what happened because it will spoil the story, but I will tell you that I had no idea what was coming. And so it really surprised me, but it was really, really interesting. Again, I did like it. The story moved very quickly, easy to read. I like the characters a lot. They're written in a style it's I don't know how else to describe it, but other than saying that they seem like flat characters, but they're not. They're actually pretty deep. I liked most of the characters in this book. Really, really interesting. Anyway, if you like fantasy, if you like dragons, if you like odd things, give this one a shot. It's a fun read. The other one I want to talk about is this one, the older book. This was published in 2019. It's in the realistic genre, and it's called Genesis Begins Again, and it's by Alicia D. Williams. This is a story about Genesis, who's a 13-year-old girl. I will read you the first line. Nobody could tell me that today wasn't going to be my day. So Genesis is, as I said, she's 13, and she's really trying to fit in, but she has a lot of issues. Things don't seem to work out for her. Her family keeps getting kicked out of their house. Her father has a gambling problem. She's not pretty enough. She's too black. Lots of things that she thinks are her fault. But her father gets a new job, and they find a new house in the suburbs, and she starts in a new school. And she decides she's going to do something different. She's going to change the way things are. And so she tries to change herself, but she has issues with that because, well, you can imagine. But anyway, in the course of her new school, she actually makes a couple of friends, and she has a really good teacher that takes an interest in her and helps her out. This is an Own Voices coming of age story, and it's really, really interesting. Genesis, she learns more about herself, what she can change, what she can't change, and what is really important to change, and what in herself is good. And I don't know, there's not much else I can say about it. It's really interesting and really good, and I really, really liked Genesis as a character. And I think a lot of you guys would like it too. Anyway, realistic fiction, give this one a shot. All right, you guys, stay warm because it's super cold outside, and I will see you next time.